because you don't want him to win makes you a vile and evil person. These journalists, man, they are so evil. One photographer said the photo could become a propaganda machine and make Trump a martyr. Could be, shouldn't be your concern. What a journalist does is says, I take the picture, I cast it out to the world. You decide. These people are saying, we're trying to tell the news, but only if it's bad for Trump. When a photo comes out that makes him look good, we better stop using it.
Most of us now are pretty red-pilled, or at least have the information to be red-pilled if we want to. Most of us kind of understand what's going on now, where past presidents have basically been confirmed to be assassinated by the government. And we kind of knew that this was going to happen with Trump as well. At some point, somebody was going to try to take him out. They couldn't throw him in jail, or at least prevent him from running for president because of jail time. So now they're trying to kind of take him out. And we all knew this was going to happen, right? Tucker Carlson called it out. People like Tim Pool have been calling it out, saying it's going to happen. And we all kind of knew. It's just the natural progression of things, what it seems like. And it's really sad to say, but that's just the truth. And, now it's happened, and it's kind of setting everybody off. We all knew the information. We all knew what's really going on, but now it's just pissing people off, and it's firing people up. And this is probably the worst thing that they could have done. It is try to take him out and fail, because now we're seeing it. Like, we all were theorizing that this was probably going to happen, and now it happened, and you're really pissing everybody off now. Like, everybody is just on fire. And Tim Pool is one of those people who is just tired of leftist media, and he's calling out how dangerous they are and absolutely destroying them after this Trump assassination attempt. Let's get into this video here from Timcast of Tim Pool absolutely tearing apart leftist media.
They are so evil. If Donald Trump wants to use a piece of history to campaign, so be it. When you convey the news, it is for the intention to inform the public. And be it Trump or anyone else who wants to show this image of how he responded, that is the truth. To argue the truth should be concealed as to how Donald Trump responded, because you don't want him to win makes you a vile and evil person. These journalists, man, they are so evil. One photographer said the photo could become a propaganda machine and make Trump a martyr. Could be, shouldn't be your concern. What a journalist does is says, I take the picture, I cast it out to the world. You decide. These people are saying, we're trying to tell the news, but only if it's bad for Trump. When a photo comes out that makes him look good, we better stop using it. Do you see? They're not trying to inform you or tell the news. They're trying to convey a narrative that they control. We shouldn't let Donald Trump show the photo of what happened. In 2011 at Occupy Wall Street, I had just left the park. There was a meeting, and this is the raid on Zuccotti. I was leaving, and we saw a bunch of squad cars doing donuts, like they were driving around these blocks. We're like, that was weird. I take the train out to where is Jamaica? It's an area of New York. I think that's what it's called. I'm at my friend's house, and it's probably a half-hour or hour train ride. Right when I sit down, open my laptop, I see Twitter. Breaking, police have begun a raid on Occupy Wall Street. So I thought to myself for about 5 seconds, I was like, man, I guess I'm not there. I guess it's getting raided. I'm not going to be there. And then I stopped, and I was like, no. This is history. This is the end of Occupy Wall Street. I have to get there, even if I'm late. So I ran outside. I threw everything in my bag, ran outside, ran into a bar, and I said, call me a cab, quick, call me a cab. And they were like, well, I said, give me a cab. They call a livery service. Thank you.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video.
Very much. The car pulls up, and I said, my guy, I need to get to Zuccotti Park 10 minutes ago. I'll make it worth your while. And the guy goes, you got it, buddy. And he pedals to the metal. Dude was speeding. I make it to Occupy Wall Street. I give the guy like $100 for the ride. I jump out, park is surrounded, police are rounding people up, and I start streaming. Very quickly, even though I'm outside, people start sharing and picking up this live stream. This is a big breaking point for me in my career. I had a decent amount of followers from doing these live streams. This one was big. It was picked up by Time Magazine. And at some point, as I'm filming outside the park, I come across a handful of far leftists in masks deflating police tires. For what reason? I have no idea. It does nothing. It hinders these officers in no real way. They were just airing out the tires. And as I'm filming, walking around saying, this is what is happening, I turn and there they are right in front of me. So they get in my face, swing at me, tell me to stop filming. I had been repeatedly attacked by these leftists. They had told me that I should stop filming them and only film the police, that I should be producing propaganda for them so they can win. And I said, F you. I'm here to tell people what's happening, not who they should support. If you guys punch a cop in the face, I'm going to show that to people.
It becomes very obvious who's in the right and who's in the wrong whenever you just look at these simple facts. That one side is trying to censor things, one side is trying to only show the right side of one side of the aisle, and one side is just saying, hey, let's just put the information out there and let people decide for themselves. The right, most of the time, people who are tend to align with the right nowadays, they're more likely to say, let's just put the information out there, marketplace of ideas, and let's just see what happens. The left is like, no, you must think this, and if you don't think this, not only is this going to get taken off the internet, but you're also going to get fired from your job. You're also going to lose any job that you had in Hollywood or any chance of getting future jobs or anything like that in Hollywood or normal 9-to-5 jobs, everything. There's only one side that does that. Only one side that gets you fired from your job and gets you banned off social media if you say the wrong thing. And it's not the right. It's 100% the left. And in my opinion, it becomes very obvious who is in the right whenever you look at who is trying to control information and who is trying to just spread let the information be out there, be free. Usually the side that wants the information to be free and be out there without any bias attached, that's probably the side that's in the right. And right now, the people who are on the left, they don't want any information out there unless it's curated by them, unless it's approved 100% by them.
Cop punches you in the face. I'm going to show that to people. And that's what I did. And that's what a journalist should do. I wasn't intending on being a journalist. I just wanted to know the truth. And I want people to know the truth. And the truth is here today. Donald Trump on Saturday defiantly rose after taking a bullet, raised his fist and yelled, fight, fight, fight. And Evan Vucci, I think it's Vucci, not Fucci, got an incredible, an iconic, a historic moment. He captured that moment and shared it with the world, as is the job of a journalist. I envy this man for to be there at that moment and capture what is a piece of human history for millennia to come. Is the dream of every journalist to be in that moment, to capture that moment and share it in such an amazing and incredible way to tell the people this is humanity. And now journalists are saying, don't show people the truth. They must not know what it actually looked like, what the president actually did, because it could help him. Here's my question for you. Why does this photo help Donald Trump? It helps Donald Trump because Donald Trump did a good thing. That's it. It helps Donald Trump because of the legitimate, factual actions of Donald Trump. He stood up defiantly, raised his fist with blood on his face, and said, fight, fight, fight. And that is good for him. He did good. It benefits him.
And they're so terrified. Like, they act like they're so scared of violence, Whenever you watch shows like The View or any leftist media, they're like, oh, we must take this down because it could cause Donald Trump to be a martyr. It could ignite his fan base into, causing all this violence. And then they always, of course, bring it back to J6 and they try to act like that's the worst thing that's ever happened in the history of the country and stuff. But they're always acting like they're so scared of violence. And then when it comes to like us saying, hey, we probably shouldn't be burning cities down in order to protest, the cops, it doesn't really make much sense. That's racist or something. They'll throw some istophobe at you instead of acknowledging, yeah, since we are against violence, maybe we should stop burning down cities and stuff. That never really crosses their mind. And it's just ridiculous. The hold that Donald Trump has on these people is something, it's historic itself, But yeah, trying to censor this picture because it could possibly ignite his fan base, turn him into a martyr. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. This picture is truly a piece of history, and it does just kind of summarize exactly what happened on that day perfectly. His fist is in the air, his face is bloody, there's Secret Service surrounding him, hugging him. You know exactly what's going on if you see this picture, and you always will, unless they actually try to erase this picture from history, which wouldn't shock me at all.
The American people see that. They are inspired. When communist crackpot psychopaths who believe in controlling the narrative, rejecting the truth, trying to manipulate you to steal power see that, they say, heavens help us. The truth will set them free, and we must not allow it. I've not seen, I mean, this is one of the most vile things I've seen in a long time. The photograph of a bloodied Donald Trump with his fist in the air and an American flag looming in the background is quickly emerging as the pivotal image of Saturday's shooting. It's going to be in every campaign ad. Commercials no longer need to attack Joe Biden. They don't. We don't need commercials say Joe Biden's for illegal immigration. The only commercial you need now is in July.
And props to Donald Trump, by the way, because like, dude, if I'm in his position, and not look, I don't think I'm like some big, wuss or anything, but if I got shot, I heard more gunshots ringing out afterwards. I'm surrounded by Secret Service members. I'm getting the hell out of there. Donald Trump was like, he was about to get out of there, and he was like, hold on, this is a perfect opportunity for a campaign moment. This is a perfect opportunity for advertising. And he turns around, he's like, wait. You can hear him hot mic it, get hot mic'd and say, wait. And then he turns to the crowd and says, fight, puts his fist in the air. Genius move. And respect for, not being too scared to do that, because I would have been. And that in the moment, I was like, because of that, I was like, okay, this might be staged. Like that's how much I was like, I would have gotten the hell out of there, because I was like, dude, if he's standing there with bullets ringing out, like we heard more gunshots going off. I think they had to stop by the time that happened, but I would have got out of there. So I was like, this must be staged. There's no way he's doing that. But I mean, people died, other people died in the crowd, and I don't think they would do that. I'm not, the government would do that, but I don't think Trump's people would do that, where they would just kill innocent people in the crowd in order to get a campaign moment. There's no way that would happen. And then, the shooter died and everything like that. So I don't think it was staged anymore, but props to Trump for seeing, he saw an opportunity to advertise and he took that. For sure. Let me know in the comments what you think about them trying to censor this photo of Donald Trump from the Trump assassination attempt. And what do you think about Tim Pool's thoughts on Timcast about this whole thing as well? Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole Tim Pool Trump assassination situation.